जग जान हुआ. This is by Gurudasji's take on what happened when the founder of Sikhism, Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, first appeared on the world stage. At this time, the two rivaling religious groups in India were the Hindus, led by the Brahmins, and the Muslims, led by the Qazis. These people weren't truly religious. They lied to and misled their followers. Brahmins performed services for people in exchange for money. The Qazis were high-ranking officials in charge of making and enforcing laws. They only wanted to please those who were above them, so they took bribes and spared the guilty. These people put up a false pretense in order to gain support so that they could be rich and politically powerful. Guruji describes this in the following words: Saram taram ka dera dur, nanak dur reha parpur. Among both religions, there is an increasing epidemic of fearful worship and mindless ritualism. During this time, discrimination was also a big problem. The Hindus used the caste system, with the Brahmins at the top. The Shudras, also derogatorily called the untouchables, were at the bottom. They were treated worse than animals and had to serve the higher-ups for nothing in return. According to religious texts, Brahmins could do just about any immoral thing without consequence. On the other hand, a Shudra of the highest character would still be treated horribly. It was a crime to respect or be kind to him, or to share any information with him. Unfortunately, women were also treated this badly. All they did was serve their husbands. When their husbands died, they would have to throw themselves onto the funeral pyres. This ritual was known as sati. Everyone was taking advantage of the poor common people. Rulers didn't care about their subjects. They only wanted wealth and luxuries. Hypocrisy was everywhere. Brahmins showed that they were so devoted to Hinduism, but they were so afraid of the Muslims that they easily adopted their ways of life. Guru Nanak Dev Ji accurately described this state as Gali Rasi Changiyan, Achari Buriyan. Today's state of political and religious affairs is similar to this in essentials. Many religions are still dominated by ritualism. Corruption is everywhere. Bribery is a daily matter for governments and police. The caste system has been abolished, but there is still socio-economic discrimination. Hindus and Muslims are still in conflict. Tyrannical dictators neglect their subjects' needs. They don't care about the people they are responsible for. Although it is evident that women have come a long way, there still is inequality for them everywhere. Domestic violence is the problem, and women are not allowed to have certain jobs. Regardless, they are earning their equality in all walks of life. Guru Nanak Dev Ji set out to correct these wrongs in society. He wanted to put everyone onto the path of the one true God and to discard the caste system to establish equality. Guruji wanted to end corruption and religious ritualism. His task was not easy, mostly because his fight was against the political leaders of the time. But he remained very brave and dedicated. It was very difficult to speak one's mind and tell the truth during this time because certain people had beliefs that were set in stone. To go against these beliefs was dangerous and tedious. Guruji conveyed his message with unquestionable logic. His actions motivated people because he practiced what he preached. He made people see things in a different light through satire. By going on these journeys, Guruji tackled the problem from the root. He went to the common people and helped them get in touch with God through Vani and Kirtan, which affected them greatly. His effort took him to very important religious places. He set an exceptional example to be followed. Guru Nanak Dev Ji's message to the people had several major highlights. First and foremost, his main point was that there is only one formless and timeless Akal Purukh who cannot be reached through rites and rituals. He exists everywhere, and a person can only become one with him through Vani, Kirtan, and surrendering the mind to him with love. Guruji wanted people to realize that everything was a creation of God, and that by being cruel to others, they could not please him. It is more important to prove yourself to a Akal Purukh than to impress others. Guruji spoke out against sati. He said that kings were born from women, so why were they always disrespected? He also advocated that people should have strong character and self-discipline. It was better to make a small but honest living them to have hordes of ill-gotten wealth. This was proven in the incident of Bhai Lalo and Malik Bago. This is one important pillar of Sikhism, known as Kit Karma. Another pillar was Nam Japna, which is to remember Lord always. The third is Vanshakna, which is to share your honest earnings with the less fortunate. Guru Nanak Dev Ji called this the Sacha Sauda, or true business, because you can earn any amount of money that compares with the satisfaction of helping others. We, the Sikhs of today, are not living up to Guruji's teachings as well as we should be. There is still conflict and violence in our Gurudwaras, which compromises our values. Women's rights are sometimes involved in these conflicts, but Guruji has already made it clear that women are equal to men. Many Sikhs, like people of all faiths, are living dishonestly. Everyone knows about the Dera Sacha Sauda controversy. Regardless of who is right and wrong in this situation, Guruji would not have wanted the Sikhs to be divided like the people were in his time. To improve our practice on the basis of Guruji's teachings, we should be focused on educating the young generation about Sikhism. Gurmat classes should be offered in all Gurudwaras with devoted teachers that will help students get the most out of these classes. Youth groups and speeches can help with this as well. Parents should guide their children onto the right path. Also, Gurudwaras should have English translations of all religious texts, including shabads, so that everyone can understand these teachings. For anyone with misunderstandings or confusions about Sikhism, seminars and other presentations should be available to help answer their questions. Guruji's message is universal. The Sikhs haven't propagated this message to the rest of the world, which is unfortunate because Sikhism is truly a world religion. In conclusion, Bhai Gurdashi was right. Guru Nanak Dev Ji really did prove to be a ray of hope in the dark gloom of ignorance during his time. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa